So something really exciting came in the mail today. So I just wanted to make a super casual video and a flip through of my 2019 planner from Plum paper. I'm pretty sure I did a flip through of the planner that I got about 1.5 years ago from Plum paper. Or I guess last August really, but it was for 1.5 years time. So this is actually my planner for next year, starting in January. And so I just wanted to go through it. So it comes really nicely like wrapped in this bubble wrap inside the box. So let's see the stuff that is on top. This is not sponsored. I bought this myself. No discount codes like last time. So let me just state this. I'm in love with my Plum paper planner from last year. Why should you watch this video and why am I making it? And you know, I made one 1 year ago because I got a totally different planner this year. After using my current one and seeing how I use it, the fact that these are completely customizable compared to an Erin Condren and things like that, I really wanted to try out a different style. So next year is also going to be the first year for me to see a different layout of one of their planners and see if I like it. So we're going to unbox this, go through all the sections, and this is also the first year that, I mean, this is only my second planner, but it is going to kind of be like 1.5 years into being a Plum paper person whenever I do start this. But because my first planner had 1.5 years of months in it, I didn't have many leftover pages to put in my spiral in my planner. So this is the same size as my current one, but I did add some extra pages as well as some actual sections at the end. So we're also going to get to see that, which is really fun. And we'll talk a little bit more about that because some of the sections that are available now weren't available the first time that I got my planner 1.5 years ago, or I keep on saying 1.5 years ago because whenever I start this, it's going to be 1.5 years, but 1 year ago. And I didn't have the room. So I'll talk about that in just a minute as well. So the items that were on top of my package is a cute little thank you card. Okay. Then you get a tiny little sample card that talks about the cover material. It's a sample and it says try me. It's water resistant, tear proof, rigid and sturdy. I can tell you something, my current planner has had some drinks and stuff accidentally kind of like explode or spill and stuff in my bag that I take to work because I take my planner literally with me every single day to work. And for some miracle, the inside pages of the planner, which are not water resistant, have not gotten wet. It's really crazy. It's really easy to like quickly wipe off and they do not tear. They're so strong. The other thing I got is all about their planners. So here are some of the high points: strong coil, quality paper, durable cover, a pocket folder, Mylar tabs, and you can start it in any month. And it can be, I think, as low as 6 months all the way up to 18 months. And you can start a planner in April if you need to. You can try to get your product for free by following Plum Paper on Instagram, posting a picture of your Plum paper product on Instagram and tag them. And then 3, on the first of each month, they will pick a winner from their favorite posts. And 4, that winner will receive a refund for the cost of the product that is posted. So if you do purchase one, you can kind of get it for free, your current or your most recent purchase. Something else that I did add this go round is I did add this pack of 2 pen loops. So that way I can put my pins and always have a pin in here rather than having to find a pin wherever I'm at playing with my planner. All right, so let's get into the planner itself. So obviously this literally came today. It is not decorated because I never thought that I'd be one of those decorate with sticker planner people. I became one. Not as decked out as some people, but I definitely did become one. All right, so it comes wrapped, so we're just gonna open it. So this year, for this planner, I really considered getting this last year I had a floral. I really thought about getting like a watercolor and whatnot, but I ended up going with one of the plain geometrics. It kind of looks like a gray wood honeycomb, so that way I could do a pop of color on the front. So it says my name, the year, and then I put a quote on there from Robin Williams that says, no matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. I just thought it would be a really nice quote to start a planner with. So let's dive into it. If you did watch the previous one, a lot of this is going to be the same, but a lot of it's also going to be different. So whenever you open it, the front and the back has this clear, heavy-duty plastic. Then you have the thick, tear-proof, water-resistant cover. Okay, and then you have the start to your planner. We have a 2019 at a glance year calendar. Then you open up to special dates, okay? There's a square for each month, and you can write in some special dates. The next page is for ideas, plans, and goals, and there are 12 sections. You can title them something different, you can title them the months, and you can doodle out your ideas, plans, and goals for each of those months. Okay, then it goes straight into the first month. I'm only gonna flip through one month, so that way you can see what it is. These are really thick, sturdy tab pages, okay? And every month is a different color, and they kind of, you know, like fade down through the colors. On the back of the tab page, we have this planning monthly highlights page. So we have our 3 main goals that we want to complete that month, a list of birthdays and events, things to remember, and then 2 blank sections, as well as a notes page on the opposite side. One thing that I will say is that I typically like to turn to a month and automatically open up to the monthly calendar. The monthly spread is on the next page right here. So on the first page of the monthly spread, you do get a long to-do list down the side. You get an at a glance of the next month, okay, and then the rest is straight up calendar. All right, so this is the first time I am getting a custom vertical planner. Last year I did get a horizontal planner. So this year I wanted to try out the Me Planner. The Me Planner has 7 different sections going down the page vertically for each day, and you can literally customize the sections as well as these 2 sections, okay? So this is a line section and this is an open section. So I customized my checklist for groceries, for my weekly groceries, okay? And then I did this blank one as week goals. All right. So let's then talk about the 7 sections going down each day. The first chunk across is schedule, to do, so like a miniature to-do list for that day, whatever main like schedule I have that day, if I have something at 2 o'clock or whatever. Then I have workout, so I can either plan out my workout or write down what I did for my workout that day. The The fourth section is stitching. So one thing that I've been doing this last year is on my monthly calendar, I've been jotting down what I've been stitching every day. So I wanted to move it to here. So I can also jot down if something got finished, things like that. Then I have a section for social. So this is where I can write down, do I need to do a blog entry, which I need to get better about doing? Do I need to record a video that day? Do I need to upload a video that day? Those kinds of things. So this is more for like my social media stuff for YouTube, my blog, Instagram, etc. Then I have a blank section in case anything runs over or if there's something special going on that month or for like a quarter or something, I can add in a special header for like a week or whatever, and customize one of the sections. And then I have notes. So I used to have one of those daily sentences, the 5-year books. I filled in about 2.5 years of it, but I started writing on the daily pages just a few, like a one-liner about like some of the big events that like happened that day. So I just went ahead and I made it its own section called notes. All right, so I'm just gonna flip through the rest of these pages to get to the end of this January month to show you what I added at the end of my planner. All right, at the end of each month in my planner. All right, so it's the end of September. I mean, oh my gosh, I wish. It's the end of the January month. Can you tell? I'm very scatterbrained today. So whenever you turn, you get another line of notes, which is really nice. I added a line of dotted, or a page of dotted paper. So it's front and back dotted paper because I kind of want to play around with bullet journaling this next year. So I thought that I would put in some, a page in each month. Another thing that I added at the end of each month is a front and back to-do list. What I have been doing this year, I have a monthly to-do list and a monthly cleaning list in this current planner that I have. I really, really like it, so I wanted to add it in my planner for 2019. So this is something that I did with my original planner. What I do is I take the first two next to each other and I put the dates for the first week of that month across the top, and that becomes like my to-do list for that week. I check things off, I cross them out. Whatever doesn't get done or whatever also needs to be added gets moved down to the next boxes for the next week. Typically there's 4 weeks in a month. If there happens to be 5, I kind of split the weeks like a little off, but you kind of figure out what works best for you. You can just make it 8 individual little lists for the month and check them off, and as you empty them, fill up a new one. The other thing that I really liked in my first planner from Plum paper, which I am still using, is the monthly cleaning chart at the end of each month. So it is double-sided, okay? We have a spot for kitchen and dining, living room, bedrooms, bathrooms, office, and bonus room, okay? You have little lines for to-do lists and check marks. The back side are blank, okay? So you have 5 blank spots. That way, if you have some extra rooms or some extra spaces, I'll put like my garage or my yard or something like that. And you used to have 6, but they added this green square down here, which you can now use for like notes and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip all the way to the end of December. All of the months in my planner for next year look exactly the same. So again, this is the last page of December. I added 3 sections into my planner. So how does that work? If this is the largest size planner that you can get, I like the 8.5 by 11. Like I said, my current planner was for a year and a half of months, so 18 months. And you have leftover pages, okay? So as many pages as can fit in here. I didn't have that many, so the only extras that I could add out of what was available a year ago, also keep that in mind, was a cleaning page at the end of every month and a to-do list at the end of every month. This year, because I'm only getting from January to December because I planned it out that way, I had the full 80 extra pages that I could put in here. If you wanted to do 6 months at a time and get a ton of the extras, you could. You can do that. It'll tell you how many pages you have left to fill up your planner. You do not have to use them, okay? So out of my 80 pages, I already used 36 of them because after every month, I added a dotted sheet, I added a to-do list, and I added a cleaning list. So I had enough room for 3 sections. There's a ton of different sections. There is like a home section, which is one of the ones that I picked. I did pick my home, meals, and fitness. There is a social media section. There is a daily reflection section. There is a, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. A brainstorming section. There's several different sections that you can choose that come in the back. They vary in page sizes depending on what they are. And you can also add your checklist, to-do list, dotted paper, just extra note pages. Instead of putting them divided between each month, you can just have them put at the end of your planner. But I like them in with the month because if I put them all the way at the very back, I would never flip to them. So I did decide to get the My Home, Meals, and Fitness, and I had about 4 pages left that I could put in my planner, but none of the sets are less than 10 pages. So I didn't really get to use the last 4, but I'm okay with that. So the My Home section, you do get to preview all of these and all of their pages, but this is the first time I'm seeing it in person. So the first page of My Home is a home service providers. I really liked this page. It breaks down like electric, water, trash recycling, gas, cable, insurance, security system, all that kind of stuff. The company name, account number, what their website, and what their telephone number is. So that way you kind of have like a central location to finding that stuff. So this is like what most people typically have for their house, and then there's 6 extra down here for anything random that you may also have. All right, then we have a home maintenance, and it is separated by spring, summer, fall, and winter, and you have an indoor and an outdoor list. So kind of like a home maintenance reminder checklist, like at least every season you need to change your air filter. In the summer or in the spring, you need to have your AC checked. In the fall, you need to have your heater checked to prepare for the hotter and the colder months. Those kinds of things, those types of checklists. For the winter, don't forget to put the covers on your faucets outside, those kinds of things. Am I turning a single page? Maybe. I can't tell. I don't think I am. But I also don't. Okay, I am. This page feels thicker for some reason. Okay, we also have a master cleaning guide. We have daily, weekly, monthly, and annually for the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living room, family room, utility spaces, entry, porch, outside, other tasks, and notes. So these are some of like your daily, weekly, monthly, and annually cleaning things or routines that you typically do. I remember growing up, my dad still lives there. We have paneling in the living room and spring cleaning, every year, my mom and I would wash and lemon the paneling in the living room. Floor to ceiling. It was really fun. So those kinds of things. It was definitely annually. And you also get a laundry guide. So it tells you how to separate whites, colors, darks, stain removal. This whole section of the page are stain removal tips. Sweat, chocolate, rust, crayon, blood, ink, grease, mud, gum, coffee, tea, cosmetics, red wine, tomato sauce, which I think is really cool. There's also a fabric care sheet as well as a laundry care procedure. So if you've ever looked at some of the tags on your laundry or linens and you don't know what half of them mean, this literally tells you what all those little symbols means. So I thought that was pretty neat. The next page is a My Garden page. So this is a basic gardening term, which is like perennial, transplanting, shrub, those kinds of things. Plant neighbors. So what should be planted near each other? And then a My Garden page where you can list what you're gonna plant for the 4 different seasons and make any notes that you need to. All right, so the next page is a family favorites for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and recipes to try. You have an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert for all of those, just for like some brainstorming. And then you have monthly goals section for each month, as well as notes. So if you have any like bigger goals that you want to write in one place, you can. And then a list of home projects, a start and a finish date, which I think is really neat. So you get 2 full pages of that. Okay. Then you also get a gift list. So if you're making gift lists for birthdays, Christmas, those kinds of things. Then we have a shopping list where you can also put the price, if you've gotten it, if it's a need or a want, the store, the item. There are 2 pages of that. We have a monthly bills page, and it has a checkbox for each month, so that's a place that you can keep track of that. A passwords page, don't use that. A yearly expense overview, so 2 pages for each month of your yearly expenses, which I think is really good if you're trying to get some stuff like that ironed out. And important contacts, so this includes poison control, the police department, fire, hospital, ambulance, your different doctors, dentist, emergency clinic. If you have kids in schools, your neighbors' information, those kinds of things. All right, let's talk about the meal section. So the first page in the meal section is building a balanced meal. So this kind of gives you an idea of some of the foods that you should or should not be eating. Your favorite recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. We have a cooking guidelines and conversions page with notes. Baking instructions and other substitutions page. This is where you can see like if baking soda, how much baking powder you would use if you need a substitute. All right, then we have shopping list, okay? So you have a shopping list on one page, one section for each week, and then a meal planning. And I'm pretty sure you have 12 of these. Yes. So whenever your planner is opened like so, you have a week 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the month shopping list. And you have a week 1, 2, 3, and 4, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, meal planning page. And you have 12 of those in here for each month. Like I said, you kind of wing it if there's 5 months or 5 weeks in a month. All right. So once you get past all 12 of those, we have grocery stores and markets. So you can write down different stores and markets numbers. And if you go to those stores for anything very specific, I know sometimes some ingredients are harder to find and you might need to put that store carries something really random. You also have a takeout and restaurant favorites. So you can put some of your different like restaurants and takeout places, write your favorites over here, their number, their website, all those kinds of things. Might come in handy if maybe somebody's helping you, if you've been sick or something. And then an annual grocery spending tracker. So you have weeks 1 to 26, so the first 6 months of the year, and weeks 27 to 52 with total and note lines. All right, the final section, I'm really excited about this one. It is the fitness section. So the very first page has fitness stats, okay? So we have date goals, weight goals, and BMI goals. You have a target BMI, target pounds, target date, start date, and your end date. So you can track how much you've done, how well you've done, and if you've met your goals. Right here we have a weight overview, so you can put your weight for each of the 12 months. And your measurements. It has on here bust, chest, arms, waist, hips, thighs, and you have 2 extra spaces to add whatever you need, a start and end date. An affirmation statement for yourself, long-term and short-term goals, and milestones. That's just the first page. All right. So again, just like the meal planning section, you have these 2 monthly pages, so there are going to be 12 of these, so we'll talk about each one and then I'll skip to the end of the section. So this is a monthly overview. This is your weight goal and your BMI goal, and you put the month up here. Your weight goal, actual weight, BMI goal, actual BMI, and then you have a fitness tracker for every single day of the month. It goes down to 31, so that way it can be whatever month. You have a column, so that's the day. You have a column for if you took your vitamins, how much sleep you got, how many steps you got, what kind of exercise you did, and if you completed your water goal, and then notes. On the following page for the month, you have this month's goal, a weight overview for week 1 through 5, okay, just in case, and then total gain or loss, your motivation and rewards, your monthly measurements, start and end, a BMI overview for the 5 weeks with your gain and loss, if you hit your goal or not, but I really like this. It says, I hit my goal, a yes, so you would check that, or no, but then it says, but I will. So that one's really nice. It's not trying to put you down if you don't make it. And then you put my fitness was. You can rank yourself from very poor all the way to excellent. Take some notes. And same thing with nutrition. My nutrition was very poor to excellent, and you rate yourself. Like I said, there are 12 of those. Let me get to the end of them. Okay. So at the end of those, the last page of the fitness is a yearly overview. So again, you have your date goals with your start and end date. Okay, you can put in your ratings, very poor to excellent for fitness and nutrition for all the different months. So you can track the way you are feeling the different months. There might end up being a trend. Maybe like a lot of us feel a little bit more down in the winter months and things like that. So that might be something that you notice. Or there might be a particular month that is just bad for you. I'm not a big fan of September for a couple of reasons. So those kinds of things can affect your nutrition and your weight loss. Fitness reflection, nutrition reflection, challenges I faced, I learned, and then notes. finally, to end off our planner, you do get 3 dotted pages. You get a contacts sheet, front and back. This page is a U.S. holidays for 2019 through 2021. Pretty nice. And then you get an at-a-glance calendar for 2020. And then you get a front and back pocket and the matching back cover and plastic cover for the back. Like I said, I really wanted to do a video of my 2019 planner since it came in because it is so different from my previous one. I've never been a fan of vertical planners because I've always tried vertical planners straight from the store. I really love that this one is completely customizable. There's so many different sections that you can add. And you don't have to get the same thing as anyone else. And some of those sections you can actually customize, like the Me Planner. All 9 of those sections on the daily page or the weekly pages for each month, I customized all the titles for those. I'm really impressed with Plum paper. So I'm gonna leave a link to them down in the description bar. And if you use Plum paper, let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, let me know by liking the video or subscribing if you are new here. And also, just let me know what you thought of this, or if you're wanting to possibly try out Plum paper. There are about 5 for sure vertical layouts and 2 or 3 horizontal layouts. They also have special teaching and student planners, which also look a little bit different and are customizable, which is super awesome. And there's also special student and teacher inserts for the back as well. So once again, very versatile, very customizable, very user-friendly. They are really thick, but I max out all of my pages. I like mine like that. You don't have to do it, and it would be much thinner. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.